right off the bat.
Spank one's probably a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the one I'm on. Friendly Fire versus Spank. That one. So right off the bat,
Yeah,
he's communicating where he wants the Zerg movement to go, and he's repeating it. He's counting down the engagement. 3, 2, 1.
Remember, nobody can hear the audio for some reason.
Yeah. That was a perfect engagement. So, one thing, it's not on Eskimos. It's nothing to do with Eskimos, just a Zerg. Look where the heals are dropping. Right? But the whole entire front line is here, getting fucked. So, healers need to play with a little bit more balls and don't follow in the path of the DPS. One thing I quickly want to show you guys. Hold on, let me get rid of this. What can I? Let me pull up paint real quick. Good old paint. Oh, not that. Fuck. Stupid fucking pen. There we go. Pull that over there. All right. This. That. So let's say your Zerg is here. The enemy Zerg is here. This is how you should be engaging. Your tanks directly up the middle. Tanks. Your melee DPS followed up behind. Just melee DPS. Melee DPS. And then if you're a ranged DPS, you want to be hitting them from the outsides that way. Not following your tanks in your melee DPS because they're going to be soaking up their re-engagement. You want to be going around the outsides. Healers, you want to follow the same suit and heal from the sides, right? You want to not go directly in the footpath of your tanks in your melee DPS, and you want to flank around the outside and drop heals, because if I'm the enemy Zerg getting engaged on, the thing that I'm probably going to be returning fire onto is the tanks, right? So you don't want to get hit by any CC and shit because it's going to stop your heal output. So getting heals from the side, your range DPS also going around the side is key. Tanks and melee DPS just go fucking balls out into their face. Like, that's how it should be done. A lot of the time, you have the whole entire Zerg move in a straight line with itself, and that's not what you want to do.
Yeah, but a good chunk of the Zerg gets nuked, and then like the rest of the Zerg later on figures it out. It's kind of, yeah.
Eskimo's doing really good here. He's still communicating that he needs heals. Constant communication with the Zerg. He's telling the Zerg what he wants it to do. He's even before he's counting down, he's telling the Zerg, okay, we're going to be re-engaging soon. That's something really useful for the Zerg itself. They know they should be prepping themselves, getting right up next to Eskimo, getting ready to engage, just waiting for the countdown. Calls for defensive Night Helms, which is good, and a cleanse. No cleanse comes though.
And a counter Soul Scythe.
Yeah.
When they engage.
So here's really good. He calls for the engagement on the crown, which is good. If the Zerg gets used to engaging on the crown and not overextending onto the back line, where did my pen go? So, for example, this group here that's engaging onto like the enemy here, that was a wrong call. The Zerg leader didn't call for that. He said to engage on the crown, which is right here, this clump. People just need to learn how to follow the calls and not think for themselves in terms of that. Like, so many DPS engaged on that when that whole entire clump here could have got wiped if they followed the call. Once again, always communicating, pull back, let's drop some hills as we pull back. Once again,
actually, I'm gonna link the can you yeah, I'll link this fight so people can watch it as well, so I can hear the audio.
Yeah. So once again, always communicating. A little bit snaked with his Zerg here. The people in the actual Zerg itself, pretty snaked. Something that he could improve on is noticing when his Zerg is snaking. And just making sure that DPS are on his screen when he goes for an engagement and not so snaked out here and telegraphed. He notices it here where he says we still have our damage potential here. So he just realized that half of his Zerg probably didn't engage because they're so snaked. So he's still communicating that he's going northwest. Checks his minimap, actually. That was good. Checks his minimap. See how snaked and split people are? Yeah, half his group here, half his group here. There's a big like tree shit thing in the middle, like blocking the Zerg movement itself. The Zerg isn't moving as one here. It's split. He notices that though, because he checked his minimap. Still communicating constantly where he wants a Zerg to move to. Counting down from 5 here. Wasted Locust, don't know what that was. Straight core to engage northwest here. He notices that the Zerg's on the run here. See? And he notices that he's low health, so he's going to pull back here. Trying to get some heals for himself. You shouldn't expect your healers to walk up and heal you. You should always be expecting to walk back to your healers, just in case a wild return comes in. Still communicating right to the end, even when there's only a couple people left, just so the Zerg knows what the hell is going on. It's really good shot calling, actually. I like that.